Do you guys have any hot mess spaces in your home that you have to just re-tackle every so often because they just look like a tornado went through? We have 3 cabinets, drawers, closets in our home that really fall victim to getting overrun with stuff, getting messy because they hold a lot of different kinds of things, and despite really good organizational intentions, the areas get overwhelmed really easily. So I'm gonna actually take you guys along while I organize and declutter 3 different areas today. I'm taking a snowy nap time, yes, snowy in October here in Minnesota, to tackle this while my kids are asleep. It's a Saturday and I'm ready to do this. So we're gonna be tackling this cabinet in my kitchen that I have tackled before. I have videos before where I've tackled this, but it's just, as I change routines and things like that, more stuff gets added to this space and it's just time to go through it and declutter and reorganize it. Also our junk drawer, which I redid back in April. I redid our whole kitchen organization. That's definitely worth watching. I'll leave that video link below. But that junk drawer has not been, you know, really kept up well over this few, like 6 months. So I'm gonna go through and tackle that. And then also our linen closet has a great organizational system as well. But, you know, as we've gotten more items, I haven't really taken out the old and things like that. So I'm gonna also be decluttering that space. So this is a great video to watch if you're gonna be decluttering a small space in your home that just needs some extra love. So grab some coffee, turn up the volume, put your earbuds in, put your kids, put a movie on, put them to bed, do whatever you gotta do, and let's get started. I'm just gonna start emptying everything out onto the counter with this one just because there's lots of randomness in there. So that's what I'm gonna do first. This is the bin where I keep all of our girls' like arts and crafts. When they finish, I just throw it in this, and then if they ask for it, I'll pull it out. Otherwise, I go through it periodically to get rid of stuff and then put stuff to save. So I'll be doing that today. Okay, here is everything. Got tons of recipes that I think I'm probably gonna throw out because quite honestly, we just go back online to find new ones. I'll go through them, but I don't think I need all of them. I'm gonna go through our medicine, our supplements, candy and random stuff. I like to do our girls' hair now at the table, so I need to find a better solution for that. And yeah, just go through the randomness. The cotton balls I keep down in here because Celia does a reward system where she gets cotton balls for staying in bed at night and being a good listener and stuff, so that stays here, but maybe I could find a better way to store it. I'm gonna start with the artwork and just go through and see what I want to keep. I'm pretty picky about what I actually keep. Most of it gets recycled. How cute is that lemonade stand? Keep that. Okay, recycling. And these I'm just gonna put back because there's like 6 pieces of paper. Not taking up very much space at all in here. And then, you know, once this has a lot of stuff that I want to keep, then I'll bring it upstairs. Because they're sleeping in her room, and that's where I keep our little storage bins, and I don't want to wake her up. Now for recipes. Like I said, we just mainly will look up a recipe on our phone, or I will just search for recipes for the week, and now I'm doing a whole new system using the book Cook Once, Eat All Week, and so I don't really need these. Most of these were just like a one-time use and done, and I can always refine them. So I'm just gonna go through and just see if there's any that we absolutely need to keep and recycle the rest. Okay, so I'm keeping just this binder with some of our favorites and recycling the ones that we haven't referenced in years. Okay, now for like the random, just like random things in here. Candy and whatever's in this bin. Easter candy, we never ate. I don't like to give my kids a lot of candy. They do get some M&Ms here and there as like a little reward. But we don't really give them much candy. They get a lot of candy when they're with family, which is weekly now, so I really don't try to give them much. Hence why we have so much, and I try not to eat a lot of candy, so I'd rather just get rid of it. Yes, it's been a while since I've gone through this. This is Valentine's Day. Okay, so this is gonna be our little candy collection. My husband tends to like candy more than me, so I can't get rid of his sour candies and stuff. So I just have some random candy for like a really special treat. It all fits nicely in here, so I'm okay with that. Now that I got rid of all the candy, I have this little bin, can be our hair bin. So I just have their ponytails and a brush, so that's cool. So medicines, okay. So I'm looking at expiration dates, stuff we actually use. I don't want to get rid of too much because I just recently was sick and realized like we had nothing for me, so I don't want to get rid of too much. We do have this little mug for all of the like syringes and scoopers and everything, so they're all in one spot, so they're easy to find, because especially with kid medicine, like so much of it is liquid that you have to measure it out. It's just nice to have in a little container. So only had one thing to get rid of in here. All the rest was still good, so I'm okay with that. Now for vitamins and supplements, I'm pretty much gonna do the same thing, just kind of go through and see what the, you know, expiration dates are, if it's pretty much empty, and kind of just, there's a bunch of random stuff on the bottom here I'm gonna probably get rid of. Okay, as I was going through all this, I was thinking to myself, a lot of this stuff is just like supplements we take randomly. Some of it is stuff our kids take every day and that we take every day. So it'd be kind of nice to have it separated. So I just went down to my little bin collection, got some bins. So I think I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 different bins just so that it's easier. And I might actually put the girls' hair stuff in a bin with their vitamins, just so it's like their morning bin of stuff. I just think that makes more sense than having to get 2 bins out every morning. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out this, put all their stuff in one, and then go from there. So like they've got their vitamins, they're like essential oils that I like to put on them in the morning. They take juice in the morning. It's like a 22 superfruit thing. I'm gonna put that in there and then put their hair stuff in there. So this will be their little bin. That makes more sense to me. And then I think I will have a bin of my stuff. And then my husband will have a bin. And here is a much more organized and decluttered after. So I'm gonna go through everything really quickly. Just got some hand sanitizer here if we ever need it. This is where we just keep our change and our daughter's like give, save, spend thing. We've got some magnets for the fridge here, so I don't want to get rid of that. We've got our cotton balls here, so it's contained. And we just have a Bluetooth speaker we know is in here. We've got the girls' artwork. Some clipboards I just keep here because I know they're in here. The Dave Ramsey chore chart we don't use yet, but probably will eventually, so just keep that in here. The recipes, and then my husband likes to use this notepad for making recipes and writing stuff down, so that's in here. Got my husband's supplements in here. We've got mine in here as well as some backup ones. We've got my daughter's as well, and I also put their little gratitude journals in here because we do that in the morning as well. In the morning we also do a little Bible time, so I have these coloring sheets we do every morning and they're devotional, so I just put that right here right next to their supplements. We have our little candy bin. And then up there is just stuff I use for daycare because I'm a daycare provider. I've got 3 bins that I use and I clean out after every meal that they dump their food in, their plates and their napkins. And then I have their water bottle bin up there. I just like to have a place to put it at the end of the day. And then I have all of our medicine. So much better, easier to find, and easier to maintain. Okay, next up is this junk drawer. I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm probably not going to take everything out. I'm just going to go by each area and kind of lay stuff out, stuff I want to keep, stuff that needs to be relocated, and that kind of thing, and just make sure everything kind of has a better place. So we've got some notebooks here. This is my daughter's. That needs to go somewhere else. Notepads, stickers don't belong in here. Cords go in here somewhere else. I don't know what to do with this because it's broken and we plan to get new ones for Christmas. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, so I have a lot of camera stuff in here that needs to stay in here. Like, why do I have this whole phone? I don't know. Okay, so in this one I'm keeping, like, you know, nail clipper, chapstick, safety pins, lotion, and then in this one I'm keeping tape, I guess. Okay, we're gonna go with that and hope that this will work. We don't really ever put full pieces of paper in here, so I think this will work. This can go over here. I did want to maybe separate all these by type, but I know when I go to put them back that I will not be doing it by type. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. So we got pens, pencils, whatever, headphones, tripod, camera stuff, tape, random self-care stuff, nails and glasses cleaner, electronical things, and notepads. Let's hope this works out. Okay, lastly is the biggest space and the one we use the most. It's our linen closet. We use this in the morning, we use it in the evening, we use it throughout the day sometimes. So it's got just like everything, all the products, makeup, shaving stuff, toothpaste, you know, linens, and like potty training toilet, one of my daughter's this comforter, some cleaning supplies. It's just got a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna have to take each bin out and go through it and then get rid of stuff as I go and consolidate. But thankfully everything has a place. It's just a matter of getting it back to that place and then getting rid of stuff that doesn't belong in there or is old or we don't use, that kind of thing. So it works out well that my daughter is sleeping in our bedroom, so I can use her room, which is right next to the linen closet. And I'm gonna just bring each whole shelf full of stuff to go through in here so I have more space and I can show you guys what I'm doing. So here I have, these are like nail care stuff because I do a lot of fake nail, so I need to really go through and consolidate and get rid of, because I often will save the box when I've put fake nails on just in case one pops off, but once I've completely taken it off I don't need to save that anymore. And then I've got feminine products and then my husband's shaving bin. So let's just go through each one. So this one actually says nail polish, but it doesn't just have nail polish in it, so I'm gonna have to figure out if I'm okay with having extra stuff in there. I think it makes sense to put nail polish remover in here. And then this one says fake nails and tools, so I want to make sure that's what I have in here. So I've got these like empty wrappers, a random recipe, okay, so I keep all the little tools and glue and files and stuff in here. So actually that worked out perfectly. And then nail polish and remover in here. Okay, pads. Let's see. Random. That one's pretty fine. And then for the tampon one, I'm just gonna throw them in there. And then my husband's shaving one, I don't know what he uses, so I'm just gonna leave that. Okay, I've got the next shelf of stuff. So the first thing I'm gonna go through is the first aid. So we have Band-Aids and randomness. So I'm just gonna kind of get this cleaned back up because it gets messy. Okay, we've got hair, so I've got like hair products and hair stuff. I also have masks, or one mask, I don't really know what to do with that. Clips and some bobby pins. Cleaning, I just have some multi-surface disinfecting spray, some toilet bowl cleaner, and some soap, so that's pretty good. I have these random, contact solution, and then this is for my contacts. I gotta figure out where I want to keep those. And then for makeup, I need to go through this because I know there's stuff I don't use in here. Technically this should be in hair. Extra makeup. So I've got masks in here, got some lashes, mostly stuff that I rarely wear, but you know, it's nice to have just in case, and I have worn here and there. I'm gonna put the masks in there. Okay. I don't know, I wear contacts so infrequently that I might put these in here. I do have a whole eye bin on a different level though, so I think these are good. I'm gonna put these back. Okay, so with all honesty, this is the worst shelf by far. This is the one that's at eye level. This is the one where like toothpaste, toothbrushes, our kids' stuff is. And we all just like dump stuff here, so I need to definitely tackle that. It's hard because this linen closet is so deep, which is wonderful, but you know, I have all these small bins. I don't want like really long bins because that just doesn't make sense, but then we have all this extra space here that's just like a breeding ground for clutter. So I think the main thing is I just need to stay on top of doing this like once a month, where I just go through really quickly and at least tackle this area or this shelf, because the rest usually looks pretty good. And like stuff like this, like our makeup bags and travel cases, don't need to stay on this shelf. So I'm just gonna take everything off and then start fresh. Okay, so where to begin? I don't even know. I think I'll just start one bin at a time. So I've got 2 bins that say cotton on them for just like, you know, Q-tips and cotton rounds and cotton balls, but I really don't think I need 2 of them. And cat, because a bunch of them are these infant ones that we don't really ever use. And then I've got these things that we bought for Christmas that we're supposed to hold their toothbrushes, but they don't stick to anything we have, so I guess those are all gonna go, which means I have this extra bin that, quite honestly, I think what I want to put in it is like overflow items. So like when I buy extra makeup remover, you know, I found a whole nother thing of contact solution because my husband just forgets that we have some, so that could go in there. You know, this I may just put in there, and we'll see what else, because that way we know, you know, before we go buy something new, let's look in the overflow container. Okay, you need to get out of here. I will probably need to make a new tag for that. Okay, so then we have our teeth one. So it's got toothpaste and toothbrush heads and little flossers. There's gotta be a better way to do this. Okay, and then we have our Celia and Bryony one, which just has random stuff for them. I now do their hair mostly downstairs, so I think I'm gonna move this down there. Got chapstick, an infant brush we never use. They've got some bath colors I'll keep in here. We've got this like sleep roll-on thing, some different thing. Let's see. Okay, so I will keep, I think that's all of their stuff. So that's good. Okay, and then eyes. We've got a bunch of empty glasses cases we don't need. Empty contact, seriously Sam. Empty contact boxes. And then this glasses cleaner. Maybe I will put this in here. I guess that does make more sense. So that's where I'll keep my contact case that I sometimes use. That's that for that. Okay, I'm not completely in love with this tooth one. I think what I'm going to do is take out the ones we're actively using every day, like our toothpaste, our floss, and flossers. And then the rest of the stuff is like as needed, and put that in a smaller thing. Oh, and this was in the girls thing. Okay, and then get like a smaller bin just for this daily stuff, so we're not going in and like touching all this stuff and getting it gross. I want to start using these, so I'm probably going to just take out like a scoop and then keep the rest in the overflow container, so when these are done we'll get more out. Then I got this little thing out just for like our toothpaste and floss and stuff. There, so that'll work to actually access on a daily basis. Okay, so the top three are looking very good. The top two, I ended up moving the like travel bags up here because I don't need them taking up a lot of space. The only other things up here are trash bags for the bathroom, and then this is just like our little like dreams and goals that we do at the start of the year. We just want to keep it somewhere we don't stare at it every day, but is close by if we ever want to reference. And then on this shelf, we do like to keep out lotion and like a lint roller, and then we have these ketone strips that I gotta ask my husband if we even need to keep. Wipes just in case, and then I like to always have a little notepad and paper and like a pen or marker. These are for the labels, so that if I think of something while I'm getting ready, I can write it down, because I often have good thoughts then, so I like to write those down. I labeled this one overflow, so we have that there. Cotton, the girls' teeth, eyes, and then I keep our water pick here, and then there's that little bin full of stuff we use every day, our little cups, and then our toothbrushes right here. So that worked out really well. So now we need to go through towels. We keep toilet paper, our potty training toilet, clean rags for cleaning the bathroom, some overflow bath toys I haven't gone through in forever, and then this comforter I think I'm going to donate for our daughter's bed that we don't really love. She doesn't use anyway, and I think by the time she will want to use the comforter, she'll probably want to pick out a new one anyway. And here's all this stuff we're getting rid of from the first 3 rows. A lot of boxes and just random stuff we don't use and old stuff and stuff like that. So I just dropped my camera, so I'm finishing this on my phone because I don't know what I did to it, but I just went through and took out and refolded all of the towels, and I got rid of all the ones I didn't like. I kept all of the body towels, we do use all of those, and then I just kept the hand towels I like. I got rid of our infant towels we don't use anymore. Our daughters both have like a towel they use, and if those are in the wash, they just use regular towels, but they are in the wash right now, so I will put those in there. And then we also have like the Dollar Tree little mitt washers, and then I use these cloths, like Norwex cloths, for my face. We've got a little thing to kneel on, I forgot we had because it was tucked way back on there for when we give baths, and we have toilet paper. And then now all we have down here is our potty training potty and our clean washcloths. The dirty ones go under the sink. And so all this is going to be donated or thrown as well. So guys, for just a little over an hour, I totally revamped, organized, decluttered 3 different spaces in our home that we see every day. So now when I open those spaces, I'm gonna feel so much more energized and it's gonna feel like a breath of fresh air for a while. I know over time it'll get decluttered and I'll have to do this again just because in the midst of a busy life, sometimes we don't always put things together. We don't always put things back in the perfect spot, but I know for at least a while, it'll work out well and the systems will work for us. So I hope you guys were inspired by this video. If you like my minimize with me and decluttering, organizing videos, make sure you give this a thumbs up so I will make more of them. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.